going on, everyone? Welcome to the newest episode of the Believe in Oregon podcast, brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. I'm Zachary, Neel. He's Jonathan Stewart. Jay Stu, what's up, man? How we doing?
Good, man. Just golf season is upon us, so you know what I'm
Actually,
doing. I'm
is.
golfing.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Golf season is
All,
here for sure.
yeah. But no, just we went to I'm trying to think when was the last time we talked. I had spring
A couple
break.
weeks ago, yeah.
We took the kids to Florida. They got to see what Florida was like. They've never been.
Nice.
We went to Boca Raton or Raton
Mm-hmm.
or whatever you want to call it. Trying to think what we had a lot of charity events this past weekend. So just supporting the causes in the community, staying active in that world of giving back, which is always cool and fun. Me and my wife get dressed up and you know go and support good causes.
That's great.
And then yeah, man, we're just out here in Carolina watching all the Duke Blue Devil fans cry and all the UNC fans lose their way. It's a fun time to be in Carolina.
There's a lot going on
And the
with both
Hornets are
those programs.
the
Yeah.
Hornets are balling.
Yeah.
The Panthers are out here finding their swag.
Yeah.
Dan Morgan, our GM, out here doing interviews with his sunglasses on. He's back in style. I don't know, man. The sports world here is vibrant, and there's a lot going on for sure.
That's great. I love that. Well, out here in Eugene, the sports world picked up this last week. Finally, after a couple week break from spring football, they got back in session a couple days ago. Got the full pads going. They'll continue tomorrow. It's Wednesday night as we record this, and tomorrow through the end of the month till we get to the spring game. So we've got a couple of spring topics to discuss here at the top. But for the meat of this episode, we are going to look at the Oregon Ducks schedule for 2026 and just take an early look at some of the games that are catching our attention early on. That's the best way to put it. That sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds great.
So before we get into that, I want to talk about spring football. There's one topic that kind of piqued my interest a little bit over the past couple of days. We knew that after spring break, before spring break, they had, I think, two practices. Two practices. You get a spring roster. You see that a lot of the guys, incoming freshmen, some transfers, are not on the roster yet because they haven't enrolled yet. A lot of those guys have now enrolled after spring break just because of the quarter system that Oregon's on. It just makes sense for them now. Two guys, though, 5-star wide receiver Jalen Lott and 5-star left tackle Emmanuel Ihanacho are not on the roster. They will enroll this summer in June after the term ends. I'm just curious because, a lot of people, myself included, expected those two to be relatively big. I don't know if big contributors is the right word, but at least to have an impact on this team going forward. Jalen
Yeah,
Lott probably
especially on
more
not.
than Emmanuel.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, both of them could, but they're both good players. I'm just curious from your perspective as a former athlete, coming in as a true freshman in June, having 2 months to prepare, and then it's your freshman season. Is that enough time for you to get up on the playbook and be able to have an impact, or does this change your outlook for them and their freshman campaigns?
no, I think they'll be ready. I think one of the things that I remember going back to my time in high school, because I didn't show up to Oregon until the summer either.
Okay.
And so there was obviously a lot of anticipation and hopes of being a contributor day one, right?
Hmm.
We had Terrence Whitehead as our starting running back, and Kellen Clemens was our starting quarterback. And so there was, already guys in play, right? There was
Hmm.
already the guys. There wasn't like I was being recruited to just be expected to come in and showcase why I'm the starter and whatnot. So, and everybody's story is different, but going back to my high school time, I remember the dedication and effort that I put into my preparation to be ready for college football was at an elite level. That's a
Hmm.
tongue twister,
At
but
an elite
but
level, yeah.
yeah, but I was performing and training like an elite athlete in high school. And I
Mhm.
feel like a lot of these kids now, they've been doing this since they were in middle school, probably elementary school, training and working on their craft and all those types of things. And so I remember one of the things I was doing with my high school coach was going over pass protections, right? You know, watching a little bit of film. Like I remember watching Oregon film, like in high school, like just kind of like stuff that he had on VHS of like when they played Washington State. And so
Mhm.
I remember going back and doing all that I could back then. Now they have all the resources. If you're curious as far as what route trees you're going to be running as a receiver, if you're him, if you're Lot, like you're watching film, you're going to YouTube. Like
Mhm.
if you know what I'm saying, like
Got it all on
if
their
there
iPads.
you got it all on your iPad, man. So if you're wondering, pass sets and pass protections and all those types of things, if you're an offensive lineman, you're watching film as well. If it means
Mhm.
something, if it means something to you, you'll do the work that needs to be done to make sure that you're at the best possible preparation as possible before you get to summer camp, because you want to be able to make an impact. You want to make sure that you're servicing the ones, if you are one of those guys that's being put on the scout team early, if you're a rookie, right, if
Mhm.
you're or a freshman. So I think, yeah, you are obviously missing out on a lot.
Mhm.
I think you're gonna miss out. You're gonna be behind the eight ball, but that doesn't stop you from doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, to give yourself a chance. Because my freshman year, if it wasn't for me messing up my ankle, I mean, I would have played a lot. I played plenty, but I would have really played a lot because I was prepared mentally,
And
for the game.
you still had a really good production too. I was just looking it up while you're talking. You had 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns total that year, you know?
Yeah.
You were still an impactful player for that offense. It's funny,
Hmm.
while you were talking, you were mentioning, like, you training at a professional level as a high schooler. My
Yeah.
brother sent me this photo of you that was actually up on our wall in the locker rooms, in lockers. I don't know if you can see this.
I can see
In the
that.
register guard. If you can't see it, check it out on YouTube.
Oregon lands
Your
a big
th
one.
your quads were
Yeah.
bigger than my waist is right now.
Yeah,
Like,
man. I had
that
like
was
2% body fat. Like
good
those are
lord,
the good days. I was 225 pounds going into college.
jeez. And that was before, like, social media, so, like, diehard Oregon fans knew who you were coming to
Hmm.
Oregon, like, but,
Yeah.
not a lot of guys knew who this five-star kid was until you showed up on campus, and so
Yeah.
then when that picture got in the newspaper, it was like, "Oh my god.
Yeah.
Who is this
Yeah.
guy coming here?" So,
I've
I just
been
had to
told a
bring that
lot.
photo up.
I've been told a lot that, I was in a lot of people's locker rooms or weight
Yeah,
rooms,
it
as far
was.
as like, hey, you want to be like a kid and you need to be like this guy.
That's exactly what
And I
that picture was
and
for
I
us.
and I took pride in that, because my coaches did the same, and whenever you get that role early on, all it does is just, helps guide you and keeps you focused and level headed to make sure that you don't screw it up, because
Mhm,
you learn early that people are watching you. But the two guys that are coming in, I think they'll be just fine. And if I were to give them any type of advice, any kid some advice, don't you can't rush, God's timing.
mhm,
Whatever you have going on in your life, whatever path that you're on, it's your path, and you make the most of it. And whatever it is that you feel like you're not getting, the most out of the resources that are available to you, whether it's timing, whether it's, a facility, whether it's, apparel or equipment, whatever that is, the moment that you decide to figure it out anyways, that's God's blessing in the future. So you got to figure it out, period.
I also wanna ask you this because Dan Lanning talked to us yesterday, Tuesday, as we record this. And was asked about some of those, the breakout freshmen last year, like the Decorians, the Jordans, the Diers, the Brandons. How do they make, how do they take that step forward going into year two? I'm curious from your experience, what is it that you learn in your first full off season as a college player that you didn't really know as coming in a true freshman? Like Dan always says, drinking out of a fire hose. Like you're learning so many things new. What is it that you feel more comfortable with? What are they kind of learning in their second season, going into their second season at Oregon?
Yeah, my first season, was Gary Croton's first year, I believe. And that was all brand new to everyone. On the offensive side. And so my second year was really just kind of like, okay, um, Terrence Whitehead's gone now. Like, who's gonna step up? Am I gonna be like injury free this year? Which I wasn't. Like,
Were you
there's just
ever?
a I was never injury free. Only year that I was injury free up until week 13 was in 2015.
Wow.
Actually, no, that's a lie. I got hurt in Jaguars game, but I didn't miss any time. I didn't miss
Okay.
any time. I tore my
Yeah.
MCL, didn't miss any time. But
Oh.
um, I would say the second year, man, it was, you know, eating better. Like we had
Hmm.
our nutritionist and, understanding kind of how to eat better to have more energy because, school, working out, like you learn real quick, like those off-season workouts come very fast.
Hmm.
Especially if you want to get it out of the way early in the morning, which is kind of what I was bent on. um uh, and just your time commitment. So like you had to figure out what meant more. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And my high school coach always said, you have 4 years for the rest of your life. And it was just like a easy way to look at where you are in life, right? In
Hmm.
college, it was okay, you have a maximum of 4 years for the rest of your life. What is going to get in the way of determining the best outcome for your future, right?
Hmm.
And so that second year, I really kind of had to hone in and just take care of my body, get stronger faster, um, and get in the film,
Hmm.
right? Like I think that was my first year really spending time watching film, um, and trying to diagnose not just what other defenses do, and understanding concepts and whatnot, but really understanding what type of player I was and
Hmm.
how I could be better even. Given the fact that I got injured my freshman year, like, man, how do I go down better? When do
Hmm.
I, how can I feel when the best time is for me to go down? Because
Yeah.
I fought for every yard.
Hmm.
And
How do you
so,
fall the right way?
how do I fall the right way? Yeah, like
Hmm.
like, pre-snap read, should I be looking at the type of potential tackler that's going to be out there?
Hmm.
But all those types of things you start to take into consideration as you get older and as you start to understand what this game's all about. But
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure, Jordan and Dier, these cats are well ahead of where I was when it comes to the how bright they are as football players. um and I think that's a huge uplift for the Oregon University of Oregon football team. I mean, these kids are smart football players and they have all the resources there at their disposal to even be smarter. So
Yeah, and it's just a different game. I mean, the preparation is different. The science, the sleep science, the
yeah,
eating science, all of it. I mean, it's just
yeah,
everything is so
yeah.
much different than when you were there. You're an old head.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's
I'm an
way
old
different
head.
now.
The
So
want to is basically the same. The
yeah,
resources are different. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's
Mhm.
that's really good perspective. I when I heard them talking about that, I was like, I want to talk to Jay Stu about this because I'm sure that
Yeah.
he's got a different look on it.
Yeah.
With that being said, let's get into the schedule. We aren't, it's April 1st today. We are not ready to predict these games yet. There's still a lot that needs to
Blowout,
happen.
blowout, blowout.
I think we could predict several of them. But
Oh,
like, there's
yeah.
there's some
Oklahoma State, they
interesting.
still got a football team after what happened last year with that coach. Is he still
Well,
the
they've
coach?
no, they got a. We'll
Oh,
talk about
okay.
that. They got a new coach and a like entirely new team that's kind of intriguing. So,
Okay.
like I said, we're not ready to predict these games, but it is a good time as spring ball gets back underway to just look at the slate and kind of pick out, what are some of the toughest games? What are some of the games that we want to pay the most attention to? The ones that intrigue us the most. So, what we're gonna do is go through the schedule starting with week 1, and we're just going to assign an intrigue level from 1 to 10 to that game. 1 being the lowest, like a Portland State, 10 being the highest, like an Ohio State. And just kind of get a feel for what some of the biggest spots are going to be. That sound good?
Yeah.
All right, let's start with week 1. It kind of starts out with a pretty intriguing game. You got Boise State and the Broncos coming to Eugene. What's your intrigue level going into this one?
It kind of gives me flashbacks to, when they had Ash and Gene T.
Mhm.
Right? But as long as they don't have an Ash and Gene T on their team, on that roster, I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
I think it's a opportunity for them to have a good name to start with. Everybody knows Boise State, so people will tune in. So at least the hype for that locker room, it will be there, right? And I think that's
Mhm.
one of the better parts of that is you're not starting your season off with a Portland State. You're not starting your season off with some team that historically just hasn't been great.
Mhm.
Boise State has been, a good football team over the last 10 years. And so I think, that if I had to rank it, what is it, out of 12? There's 12 games?
10. Well, yes, out of rank it out of 12 games, or just give it the 1 to 10 intrigue scale.
Oh, I'm going to give that about a 9.
You're 9 out of 10 intrigued about this game?
Oh, I guess
Or
one
1
is
out of
one
10?
is one of the best or
No,
nine the
1 is
best.
0.
Oh, I'm
Or
gonna
1
give this
is
one.
low.
Oh, I'm gonna give this a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how I felt you were. And
Yeah.
I heard you say 9.
Well,
I was like,
actually,
"Wait, what?"
I'm gonna give it a 3 because
Okay.
it's the first game of the season. So
Yeah.
obviously, we'll be intrigued to see what kind of players are going to step on the field and who's going to do what. And hopefully, these players that we think are so great, they have unbelievable performances, and they're not even playing in the third quarter.
I agree. I'm right there with you. Because it's the first game of the year, I'm going to give it a 5. But if this was
Uh-huh.
like week 3 or week 4, it'd probably be a 3 or a 4. I think
Oh
that
yeah.
Boise State is a interesting team. I think they could potentially be in the mix for one of those playoff spots out of the group of 6. We'll see. I respect their coach. They've got a good quarterback, and Maddox Madsen, I believe, is still the
Mhm.
quarterback. But this is a game that Oregon should win. If Oregon is who we think they are this year, this is a game that they should win by
They lost some
30
offensive linemen
points.
last year too, right?
I honestly don't know. I'd be lying
Uh,
if I said I knew
yeah.
deep into their line rotations and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say a 5 just because it's week 1. In any other week, it's probably a 3 or 4. Let's move on to week 2. This is the game that I'll start here. Oklahoma State on the road down there in Stillwater. I'm giving this like a 7. I'm being totally serious. They've
Wow.
got a so do you know anything about their head coach
No,
or quarterback?
give us all the knowledge.
North Texas last year
Oh yeah,
was
North
good.
Texas was good.
Their coach and their quarterback and pretty much their entire starting lineup went to Oklahoma State this year. Drew
Uh,
Mestemaker, their quarterback, was one of the most sought after quarterbacks in the transfer portal. Eric Morris, their head coach, very talented coach. Like anyone looking, I'm just saying, like, I don't think Oregon's going to lose this game, but anyone looking at this as, oh, they're just Oklahoma
just a
State.
walk
We
off.
beat them
Yeah,
69-3 last year. This is nothing.
yeah.
Let me disabuse you of that notion real quick because this is an interesting game. It may still be a blowout, but I'm intrigued to see what happens because I mainly want to see what Oklahoma State is this year. They've got a talented team. I think Oregon's better. I think Oregon will win, but this is not just a Portland State look past it game.
Well, I mean, Now that you put it that way,
That's why I went first.
I'm looking at this. So Drew Mestamaker.
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 He's a
You've
good player,
met
man.
you've met your Mester. um, yeah, some Vandergrift High School. 20
Uh-huh.
years old, 6'4", 211 pounds. This
He's got some
kid,
stats too.
this kid threw for 4,379 yards, 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions last year for North Texas. From Austin, Texas.
He's
That's where
making
his
millions of dollars to be at Oklahoma State this year.
millionaire. He's a millionaire.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a
So
good player.
some notable games last year. He threw for 469 yards against Rice. My guy's a baller.
I don't think he'll be good enough to
He
pick
threw
apart the
for
Oregon defense, but
608 yards against Charlotte.
okay,
Uh,
Charlotte.
yeah, that's a lot of yards, man.
It is. What I'm
Um,
saying is this game is at least intriguing, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
yeah, I mean, I look at USF; they were ranked 24.
Hmm.
He threw for 336 yards last year. He had 2 interceptions, three interceptions, 2 touchdowns.
Mm,
So I
yeah.
mean, obviously he's talented,
Hmm.
but does he have the right talent around him? Are
That's a
these other
good
guys
question. Yeah.
guys? Are they just guys, or are they just are
Hmm.
they Jeremiah
They're
Johnson,
real players. Yeah. Jeremiah
Jeremiah
Smith.
Smith,
Hmm. Jeremiah
um,
Johnson too.
yeah, Jeremiah Johnson as well. You got that
Yeah,
stiff arm, man. You
he
might be
belongs in
somebody.
that conversation.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. All right. What's your scale out of 1 to 10 for this game?
After we've talked about
Did
this,
I
this
sell
would
it properly?
this would be a 6 for me.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Since I think before my pitch, you were probably at a 2 at
yeah.
best.
It would be good to see who do they play the first game of the season. That might make
Let me look it up real quick.
Oklahoma State schedule.
Who gets it first? Tulsa.
Okay, so that's gonna tell us a lot about who they are. They
Will
should
it?
whoop. They should
They
whoop.
should whip them.
They
Yeah.
should whoop them. And if
Yeah.
they ain't whooping them, that means they coming in. They coming to Oregon, and
No.
we going there.
Uh huh.
Okay, dang. So that's a different. Hey man, look.
Intrigue.
This
Intrigue.
is good. This is intriguing because
Yeah.
now you're going into an environment. They got new,
Mhm.
fresh blood. They're gonna feel good about themselves. They got Mesta Maker, and he's out here trying to meet. He's about to try to make them go meet their maker.
There you go. You got there. See, this is why we're doing this podcast to build the intrigue and kind of just set the table
Yeah,
for the year.
yeah.
All
Mark
right.
that on your calendar, fellas and
Absolutely.
ladies.
Week 3, we can skip past this one pretty quickly. At home versus Portland State. I'm at a 1.
0.
Yeah, 0. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
Portland State. This is basically this should be the spring game every year, if
yeah.
it were my
We're
opinion.
just
But
we're just doing charity, man.
yeah,
All the Portland State fans that don't really care about football, they just want to watch Oregon anyway.
that's it. Week 4, down in Los Angeles at USC. What you at?
Intrigue. I'm gonna give it an 8,
An 8? Okay.
and only
Yeah.
because at that point in time, that's gonna be our first like test
Mm,
ish.
probably.
Yeah,
Of that caliber. Yeah.
yeah. So I'll be hyped up for it because of
Mm.
USC, and I just want to make sure that I'm ready to talk trash.
In a normal season, yes, I'm giving it a 9 this year just because the trash talk has already started. You've already
Hmm.
got USC trolling Oregon on social media after,
Yeah,
like March commitments, March recruiting wins. Like, okay, great. Lanning was asked about that on Tuesday. He's like, I've got no reaction. I'm worried about winning in the fall. It's
yeah.
like,
They
yes,
worry about the
that
wrong
is
things. They worry
that is
about
what you
us.
should be worried about. So,
Yep.
yeah, I mean the USC is supposed to be as good this year as they have ever been in the Lincoln Riley era. If they don't win this game or they can't even
Lincoln Riley gonna be up out of there.
keep this game close, yeah, like the amount of trash that Oregon is going to be able to talk is just insane. So yeah, I'm very intrigued by this game. I've got it at I think I said a 9. A week later, you're back home against Bob Chesney and the UCLA Bruins. What's your intrigue for this one?
Now, see, this game is about a 9 for me because,
Wow, above the USC game? That's
yeah,
insane.
because to me they're trending. They're trending coming off of what they was doing last year when they had no hope the, with Coach Foster.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden they just wanted to say, okay, we just do a little 180 right quick.
Yeah.
They was giving teams headache, man.
Yeah.
They was giving them headaches.
Beat Penn State.
Beat Penn State. Did they beat Nebraska or was it a close game with
I
Nebraska?
don't remember. It was close at least. They
They
probably
was
beat
over there.
them.
They was
They
beating
probably beat
teams, man. They
Nebraska.
was
Yeah.
hanging with them and all that. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what they look like after, obviously, after an off season of regrouping and being
Mhm.
able to like have some success last year,
Mhm.
which boosts confidence throughout every level, right? And I think their quarterback, hopefully, they get their money's worth.
Nico, yeah. They're
Yeah,
spending a lot of money, so yeah,
yeah,
I
they
hope they
did.
do. No, I agree with you. I have a lot of intrigue for this game. I don't agree with you that this game is more intriguing than USC. For
Yeah,
sure not. But I'm high on UCLA this year. I
yeah.
think that they can be a good team with Bob Chesney. I think he's a great head coach. Are they going to be a bowl team this year? Maybe, probably not.
It's
Next year, the
intriguing.
year after, like they'll be a
It's
good
in
team.
it's intriguing for Oregon though, because you're playing. Are they going back? Are they going to back to back LA or
No, they're
is
at USC, home versus UCLA.
okay? Well, that's good, but I just look at UCLA as a team that no one really knows who they are right now,
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
so to me that is intriguing.
Well, and in the sport, basically any good team has two major components. That's a really good head coach and a talented quarterback. UCLA has
Hmm.
both of those things right now. We'll see what they can
Yeah.
put it together. You've got it at a 9. I'll give it a 7.
Hmm.
Um, a week later, still at home against Nebraska. I Nebraska, I think, is kind of a tire fire this year. I've got it like a 3.
Yeah, I think they're about a 4. I'll give it
Yeah.
a 4. It'll be interesting to see. There's a kid that went to Charlotte Christian here. My daughters go to school there. I coach there,
Hmm.
and a kid named Jamal Rule.
Okay.
He's a freshman running back, so be on the lookout for him. He had a fantastic spring football showing where he broke off a couple long runs, broke off like an 80-yard touchdown during spring
Mhm.
ball. So he's been making some splashes. So obviously they're trying to find their running back here, right? And Raiola's not there anymore, so it's just yeah,
Is
he's
that
yeah.
is that any relation to Matt Rule, the
No,
head
it's
coach at Nebraska, but also coached in
no,
Carolina? I don't know.
no, no, not at all.
Okay.
He
Okay.
actually has some. He actually has some upbringing and some roots in Washington.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
his parents and stuff. So, but
Nice.
he was now they're in Charlotte and now he's in Nebraska.
Okay. Well, yeah, this game, I mean, should be about. This could be the only reason that this would be intriguing for me is if it's a big enough blowout that Raiola gets to play in the second half and play against this former team. Like then
That'd be
I'm
sick.
like, okay,
And
I'm
you know that's
interested.
gonna be one of the things, right? They're gonna
Uh
be like,
huh.
"Hey, we got to blow these boys out
Yeah.
so our dog can get in there."
Absolutely. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what would intrigue me. But other than that, I this is not a game that's circled on my calendar. Neither is this next game on the road at Illinois. You know, I give it like I'd say dead in the middle of 5. Like Illinois is sometimes good, sometimes bad. It kind of just you'll see year in or year out what they do. This game just doesn't do very much for me. What about you?
I mean, trying to think, Illinois is so they got that coach that was out there making them do laps and stuff after the games. Or was
I
that
honestly
Syracuse?
no, that was Syracuse. That was Fran Brown in
Oh, okay,
Syracuse.
guys, got you.
I like Fran Brown. I like
Yeah,
Syracuse.
I like him.
I'd be intrigued by that
Now,
game.
hey, come on,
That'd be fun.
you want to coach at Oregon?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be a head coach, but you
Assistant,
want to be
yeah,
assistant
you
coach.
can be an assistant. He's part of that Kirby Smart tree.
Oh, that makes sense. Um, I don't know, man. Like maybe a 4.
Yeah, around
I
there.
feel like they have a senior quarterback.
Is Allmeyer still there? Yeah.
So there's you can't ignore a senior quarterback.
No, but you could ignore the rest of the team.
Yeah, you can.
Just being honest, like I don't know, no one else on that. Like
Zach said y'all trash.
I should probably look at their depth chart to see if I recognize any names before I just wave everything off. But I don't know. I just from the limited amount of preview work I've done so far this year, I've just nothing has stood out to me about them. So
Yeah, I mean, I think their quarterback is kind of their biggest factor.
oh, they don't even have Altmaier anymore. I don't
They
think.
don't. They don't have Altmaier.
I don't know if this depth chart is outdated or not, but it has him as number 5 with some of the other like outgoing guys, and it looks like Caden Hauser. Where did Caden Hauser come from? He's a transfer. Oh,
Let me
East
see.
Carolina came in, so they've got a new quarterback who is
They got a new
veteran.
quarterback.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
down to a 4.
I'm down to a 2 now.
Okay, yeah.
All
Sorry,
out for a
Illinois.
2, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
We did some research and we are less interested in you now.
We are
I'm
way less
also
interested. We're
well,
gonna tell
actually,
everyone not to go to Illinois next year. Actually,
yeah.
everyone decommit.
Don't waste your money on traveling to this game either if you're a Duck fan. I am a little bit intrigued by this next game, and that's just because Chip Kelly is there now. But versus Northwestern in Week 9, you've got former Oregon State quarterback Aiden Childs. You've got former Oregon Ducks head coach Chip Kelly as the offensive coordinator. Sure, I'll tune in. I mean,
I'll
obviously,
turn
I'm going
in
to be
that
watching, but
Northwestern.
like,
Hey,
yeah,
but Northwestern, one of them other schools that people was over there getting rolled by.
yeah, we'll see. Like
They trending. They got a nice facility.
yeah, they're
They got a
opening that
new
up this
yeah.
year.
They got
Yeah,
a new stadium, so
they
they
might
might
have
be
some new
they might have
swagger.
some fresh blood, man.
Yeah, we'll
That
see.
purple blood.
Well, and I mean, Aiden Childs is a talented quarterback. Like he has not put it all together, but we've seen flashes that he's a good runner. He's got a good arm. Pairing him with someone like Chip Kelly, I just don't think he was used
And Chip
properly
Kelly's
with
not gonna
Jonathan
go
Smith.
to it. Chip Kelly ain't gonna go nowhere where he ain't got no talent.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's a smart coach. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I'll come there. I'll come over there and help y'all out.
Yeah, so I don't know. That game versus Northwestern has me intrigued. I'd give it a 6. You know, it's not
I'll give
through
it a
the
6
roof, but
too.
yeah, that's about the spot.
Only because Chip Kelly's there. If he wasn't there, then I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. All right, we are now getting into some big marquee matchups. Week 10 on the road at Columbus, Ohio State Buckeyes. I got it as a 10, man. Like
we got that as a 11.5.
Yeah, like it's a 10. It's through the roof. Like this is the biggest game of the year.
You know that the people went to go try to land on Mars today or the moon.
Did they? I did not see that.
Yeah, they shot the rocket to the air. That's exactly what this game's going to do. It's going to be shooting rockets in the air.
Okay.
Like this right here is a mat. It's dog. You got 2 head coaches, 1 and 1. Who gonna break the tie? Okay.
Are you sure that happened, or was that April Fool's?
It could have been April Fool's, man. But look, if it didn't happen, they got me. But if you know what a rocket does, and the rockets go to space, that's what this game's gonna do. It's gonna go to space. But if space even exists, we can get to that conversation another time.
Okay. Cleats Off coming up in a little bit, so we may get there then.
But we've been waiting too long to right our wrongs. Like that Rose Bowl, if you don't have thorns growing out of your veins right now, something's wrong with you.
Well, it's just like you mentioned the coaching matchup. You then got Dante Moore and Julian Sayin. Again, not DeCorian Moore and Jeremiah Smith. Like, not saying they're the same caliber of player, but like stars. And
stars.
These teams are just, they're the class of the Big Ten, 2 of the best teams in the nation every year in, year out. This could be a Big Ten championship prelude. It could be a college football playoff prelude. Like, this could be the first of potentially 3 meetings between these teams in the span of like 2 months. So, I'm intrigued through the roof. Obviously, a 10. This next one, obviously, is a tough back-to-back on Oregon's schedule. Week 11 at home against the Michigan Wolverines.
A 10. I'm intrigued because
Yeah.
after coming off of an Ohio State win, how you gonna act?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna act brand new? You gonna
Yeah.
act like you forgot how to play football? Or you gonna go out there and smack them upside the head too?
Yeah. Well, it's also Kyle Whittingham coming back to town, former Utah coach that has a long history against Oregon. Like that was a very solid rivalry between Oregon and Utah when Kyle was there.
He
So
was hell. Utah was hell, wasn't it?
he's a good coach, man.
I
He
couldn't
is.
stand I couldn't stand playing Utah. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
they gonna mess around and do something. We're gonna lose. We're gonna do something stupid. We're gonna jump off sides.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a holding play. Like
Yeah.
it was always
No.
something. Like dropping the ball. Like, or
Yeah.
no, that was them dropping the ball, wasn't it?
That was Kalen Clay, yeah, them dropping the
Yeah.
ball, us returning it. Yeah, no, I'm very excited to see what Kyle can do at Michigan. I don't know that. I mean, he's not going to reach his ceiling this year, but I think they'll be better. Like I don't think it's hard to say that they're better coached under Kyle Whittingham than they were under Sharon Moore. Yeah, I would put this at a 10 too.
Man, this is gonna be a crazy end of the season, dog.
These 3 of the last 4 games are
nuts.
Intrigue high. Yeah, we'll get there. But
we gotta stay healthy, man. Oh my god.
And then you get the playoff after that if all goes right. Well, it's even like, I'll be the one on this podcast to say it, regardless of what happens at that Ohio State game. Yes, we think it could be a win, regardless of what happens at that game. This game is really important. How do you respond? If it's a win over Ohio State, how do you respond? If it's a loss to Ohio State, how do you respond? Intrigue is just, it's almost like no matter who you play in this game after that, I'm intrigued. I just want to see how you respond to that.
I want to see how you act. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say this, Ohio State, it says here, they faced Texas on the road, Iowa on the road, Indiana on the road, and USC on the road.
Correct.
And so that's all before they play Oregon.
They also have USC the week before. Indiana, wow, they got a tough schedule. They go at Indiana, at USC, and then versus Oregon at home. That's a brutal 3-week stretch if we're talking about them.
Yeah, so, I mean, catch them limping and hit them in the face. Hit them in the chin like this, right here. Knock them out.
If you are going to choose a week to play Ohio State, this is the week. Like you've got them in the best spot you could. So
college football trying to make up for what they've done in the past. I see you.
All right, week 12 back on the road at Michigan State. I'm at like a 3. Yeah, it's whatever. It's after the 2 games before that, we'll see how healthy this team is and what shape they're in. But no, I'm not too intrigued by this one. Week 13 though, and in the regular season, back at home, Washington Huskies coming to town.
Yes, and I'm coming to town for that.
There we go.
Tell you that right now.
I'll schedule the golf trip now.
We golfing.
Absolutely.
We gonna watch some football. We're gonna eat. We're gonna do all kind of good stuff. But the intrigue level is 10.
Yep.
Is hey, we have to close the door on regular season and head into this thing. Okay, close the door. Yeah. Get ready for the Big Ten championship. They still want to do that foolishness, and then
whatever.
And then carry on.
Yep, completely agree. It's sad to lose the Oregon State rivalry game, like in rivalry week, but having Washington at the final game of the year is just, it's great. I love it, having that in rivalry week. So yeah, I've got that as a 10 as well. That's it. So then we get to potentially Big Ten championship game and then the college football playoff games, which would all be a 10, obviously. So looking at the schedule from bird's eye view, the games to focus on. Boise State week 1, sure. Obviously you're tuning in week 1. That's a solid, fun game. Oklahoma State, keep your eyes peeled. That could be interesting. USC week 4 is good. UCLA is good. Northwestern's decent. Then week 10, you get into the meat of the season. Ohio State, Michigan State off week, and then Washington.
Yeah. If I really had to put it, it's like 4 games on that schedule that really, like, boost, if anyone, when you talk about your opponent's strength and all that,
Mhm.
I look at USC, Ohio State, Michigan. Actually, I just look at three teams. UW is probably not that good, but they're UW.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those are the ones to pay attention to, and then
They
there's
still
some
got
of
that. They
those.
still got a big old running back over there, don't they? He was like number
I forget what
24.
his name is. They lost Muhammad,
They
who was
they
there.
lost the other hard runner, but they have another running back that's
Well,
like,
they have Jayden Lamar, who they took from us
oh
during our
yeah,
playoff run.
dang.
Yeah, no, they've got because they lost Jonah Coleman, they lost Muhammad. They've got
Oh,
Jayden
they
Lamar.
lost
They've got
Muhammad.
yeah, they lost Muhammad. Got Jordan Washington, Brian Bonner. I don't know who that is, freshman, and then Jayden Lamar. So yeah, I mean I don't know. Their quarterback doesn't want to be there. Their coach doesn't want to be there. Like I don't know.
They're just gonna be a Jag team next year.
Aren't they always
Just a guy,
a Jat? Just a
a
team.
j- just a team. I like
Just
that.
a Jat.
Just
Sure.
hey, that we call that a Jat right there.
There we go.
So let's go through it. Let's go through this list again and start calling
Yeah.
out who's
Who's a
Jat.
Jat? Who's a Jat? All right.
uh,
Are you ready
no,
to
hold on. I'm
go
dead
ahead? What's
serious.
up?
Boise State is a Jat.
Okay.
Oklahoma State is a Jat.
No, they're
Portland
not.
State is a Jat. No, they gonna be a Jat. You gonna
Okay.
see it. It's
All right.
gonna happen. We're gonna make them a Jat.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
USC is a Jat.
Okay.
UCLA, Jat. Nebraska, Jat. Jat. Ohio State, they got that boy over there,
Okay.
Jeremiah Smith.
I was really
Michigan,
worried you were gonna say a Jat.
Michigan, Michigan State University, Jat. Washington,
Are,
Jat.
are we positive that Jat is not like a bad word or a bad slang term for
Well,
anything before we go on calling these
after
teams
this,
that?
we'll look it up and we'll do the editing and make sure that
Yes.
we are not held
Yeah.
to any. Or, yeah,
I
let me
do
look it
have
up.
full editing control, so yes, we'll take that off. On that note, are you? I know this has already kind of gotten off the rails. Are you ready to take the cleats off? Talk about some stuff outside of sports.
Yeah, man.
All right, I've got a fun question for you from my cleats off. I was talking about this with some friends. That was actually probably a week ago or so, and then I wrote it down because I like that'd be a good conversation with Jay Stu.
Hmm.
What is your favorite hour of the day?
Whoa.
Like
Favorite hour.
I can explain more if you want. Like I'll explain mine. I think 9 p.m. I've decided is my favorite hour of the day.
That's
Kids are asleep.
interesting. Yeah.
I'm at home on the couch with my wife. Either I'm playing video games or watching a show. She's watching a show. Sometimes she's asleep on the couch. House is kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Work's done for the day. Sometimes there's some, football season. There's some football on. Basketball
Yeah.
season. There's basketball. 9 p.m. in the summer. It's just
Yeah.
starting to get dark.
Man,
9
9
p.m.
p.m.
Good
is
hour.
good. It's a good hour.
What's
I'm
your
right there
favorite
with you.
hour?
No, I'm gonna say 9 p.m. as well.
It's a good
But
one.
it's either 9 or 11 if I'm awake.
11 p.m.
Yeah,
All right,
because
make your
I'm
case.
so 11 o'clock. I'm a bit of a night owl, so I'm
Yeah, you
very
said that earlier,
creative.
and I was like, all right, we're gonna get into this.
So like I
When are you going to
sometimes
bed?
get yeah. So what
When are you going to bed?
if I'm up at 11?
No, I
I'm
mean
going
if you're saying 11 p.m. is a good hour, you're a night owl. Like when are you usually
that
going to bed?
I'll go to bed at probably around 1 o'clock, one
Jeez.
thirty,
Okay.
maybe
When are you getting
sometimes
up?
two, like 5:30.
You
Yeah, I'm
just
a
run on
freak.
no sleep, huh?
I'm just an animal.
You are, yeah. Built different.
Sleep when I'm dead. Nah,
Okay.
make sure you get your sleep because it helps you
That's
recover.
crazy, man. That's not
But
enough sleep.
I'll I'll go on these like little like spans of energy where I have an idea for something, whether it's business related, and I'll just go down this rabbit hole and just like boom, gotta finish it now. Gotta
Mhm.
finish this idea now. Email whatever it is, send it over. Like or I find something like, oh man, check this out, or Someone
At
emails me
11?
something. No, it's just like I'm going. I like so like nine. That's why I said 9 o'clock at
Okay.
first because around 9 o'clock I'm kind of going through my phone, like
Uh-huh.
just kind of catching up on what happened in the day.
You
If I
do
missed
usually
something.
text me a lot around that time. That's when we schedule
Yeah,
most of our stuff is around
yeah,
6 PM my
yeah. That's
time,
what
so
I
that makes
text on
sense.
my. That's what I text everybody. I'm like, look,
Like, "Oh, Jay Stu is finally on his phone today, okay."
but but then if not that, like I'll like I make music. So
Mm,
like right here is
okay.
literally my keyboard.
Yeah,
Like I so like it's super accessible. Like I have it here. So if I'm feeling kind of froggy and I feel like making some music, then I'll be in here for like 3 hours, just
okay.
cutting up.
I did not know that about you. I love
Yeah,
that.
man. Yeah.
Okay, let me turn it around. What's your least favorite hour of the day?
Oh man, lunch. 12
Really?
o'clock. I hate it.
Noon?
You know why?
Huh.
Because for whatever reason, our minds are programmed to be like, yo, I gotta eat lunch. I'm
Well,
hungry.
yeah, because our
And
bodies are
then
programmed.
and if you don't eat, you're struggling.
That's
And if
true.
you do eat, you got the itis. So like
What's the itis?
when you eat something and it tastes so good, you get sleepy, man. Yeah.
Ah, I see. Take
Yeah.
a little siesta. Yeah.
So like that 12 o'clock, man, I'm like, oh man, I gotta eat and I'm gonna be sleepy. And then I have to work through it. And
Are you a
then
coffee guy?
I am a coffee guy.
Are you an afternoon coffee guy?
No.
See, that
I'll do
unlocked
it.
my world. I always do morning coffee, and then I do a coffee about 1:30, and that's
Really?
oh, yeah, it's great.
I'm gonna
I
try
started
it
it, like, during
tomorrow.
COVID, and it was like, "Oh, I can't live without it."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, maybe I need to drink some coffee then because
Yeah.
yeah, at 12 o'clock, I'm gonna be like, man, hurry up and speed it up. I don't need no
Yeah.
lunch. Everybody, let's come
Hurry
on,
up,
let's
I need
work.
11 PM to come.
Let's do what we gotta do. Because people take breaks and all that. It's crazy,
Yeah.
man. Like if I'm doing something, I'm scheduling something, I'll schedule it for lunch and
Okay.
not need to eat lunch.
Yeah.
But people would be like, yo, it's lunch. They taking 2 hours for lunch. It's crazy.
See, I think my least favorite hour of the day I was thinking about this. It'd be easy to pick, like, 4 AM, 5 AM, but, like, you're asleep, that's fine. You're not
Yeah.
seeing those hours a lot. The hour that I'm awake that I think I like the least is, like, 3 PM. It's
Mm,
just it's not early enough in the day to where you can still do a lot. Like, you can't start mini projects at 3 and get them done before the
yeah.
day's over, but
You
you're not
kind of have
close
to.
enough to
You,
bedtime yet.
yeah, you kind of have to have whatever you're doing kind of buttoned up and
Exactly.
tightened up, ready to go by
Or at
three
least
o'clock too.
started and at least in
Yeah.
it, yeah. For me, that's in this stage of my life when my kids wake up from their afternoon nap, so it's like, "All right, back to parenting." My
Yeah.
little lunch hour, their nap time window for me to get any work done is over, so I think 3 PM is kinda like, just
Yeah. It's
it's
just
not doing it for
annoying.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should skip 3 p.m.s.
Skip lunch, skip
So,
3 PM.
oh, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, it's 1 o'clock.
Alright, 1 o'clock,
Lunch. We.
5 o'clock, quitting time. Alright, you got
Uh,
anything else for,
that was
Cleat
that
Off
was
Cleats Off
that
this
was
week?
that was good.
I'm gonna
Um,
bring these to you. I think of
yeah.
these questions sometimes, and I'm gonna write them down, so
Um, no, man. I think there's a lot going on in this world. I can tell you that. So y'all better stay prayed up. If you don't believe in Jesus, y'all better stay prayed up.
mhm,
Because I don't know how people can get through life without believing in something bigger than what's really happening in right before our face. Um, so yeah, man, hug your loved ones. Check on your people. Um, it's, it's a lot that people are going through that you don't really see um, behind the eyes, right? And there's this news that just came out with Puka,
mhm,
um, and it's super courageous of him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on top of the world, but obviously has some problems. Seeing Tiger Woods
Mhm.
going through what he's gone through. Obviously, he's a man that's gone through so much physically and obviously needs pain meds. All right. And it's like just bad luck or just, not being responsible enough or whatever it is.
Mhm.
I think, the athlete always thinks of themselves as being this invincible creature, right?
Mhm.
Untouched. I can't do no wrong. I'm a gladiator.
Mhm.
I go out there every day and go against all the odds and I win. And there's a lot of weight that comes with that if
Mhm.
you really, really believe that. And I think a lot of times people get lulled to sleep and they start to believing it. And that's the most dangerous and scary thing. So for all my athletes out there, um, just make sure you just tune in and just
Mhm.
stay focused and find ways to have, some checks and balances along your journey
Mhm.
with the people around you.
Yeah.
Cause yeah.
Yeah, that's a good message.
Hmm.
Um, I probably should have done this before you ended us on that note, but do you know what next week is?
Do you know what next week is? It is Masters.
Masters week. Are you in the pool again this
Masters.
year? I've had some people ask.
Oh, oh, am I in the pool?
Yeah,
What do you mean? Like a master,
the mat the
like a,
Masters pool that I put together.
oh, I
You
didn't
were in it
do it.
last year, weren't you?
I didn't do it. You guys
Oh, you
sent me all
definitely
the
got the
information.
invite and you didn't do it.
Is it too
Oh,
late?
no, it's not too late. Of course not.
Oh, well, make
You're in
sure I
it.
do that.
You'll be in it.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna,
will keep you to it. I will make sure you do it.
yes, I need to be in it.
I'm holding your feet to the fire and you do it. I thought you did it
Yes.
last year, but I actually now remember you,
So I'm going to
flaking.
I'm going to Broom's Edge next Tuesday.
Ooh, okay.
Super fun, and it's the closest thing that I'll be to the Masters.
That's great. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Well, it's the best time of year. God, I love the Masters so much. I know you do too.
Yeah, man. I wish that I could go to the Masters every year. I wish I knew someone that would say, "Hey, you know what? I had a dream last night that I was supposed to invite Jonathan Stewart and his family to every day of the Masters and let them stay at my house
Yeah,
because I have 5 bedrooms. I don't know who that person is, but
yeah.
whoever you are, and you just heard this is a sign
That's it.
to tap in with your boy."
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, my hot take is that I don't want to watch Masters Sunday from the grounds at Augusta. I want to be in
Oh,
front of a TV watching it. I've been there.
no.
I've watched rounds there. I know how good it is. But Sunday,
What if you had a moment where it was like coming down to the wire and you can be right there behind the ropes?
but you
That's
know
what I'm
how
talking about.
hard that is, how
You
rare that is that you're in
that's what
the
I'm
right
saying.
spot at the
I'm
right time.
trying to sell us to someone that might hear this
That's
to
fine.
give
Yeah.
us access like this.
That's fine. Yeah, you're right. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah, man. We ain't trying to
Okay.
watch it on TV. We trying to get behind them ropes.
I will say when I went in 2018, I think the best experience ever was like being there all day, watching it in person, and then coming back to my Airbnb and having it
Mhm.
recorded and watching the entire 6 hours or whatever of TV, and just
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, I was there, I was
I
watching
was
it. You
there.
get the full immersive experience.
Did you get a Master's cup?
Oh, I've got
Yeah.
several of them.
So
Yeah.
you're probably drinking out of your Master's cup, I'm
What I
assuming.
did is I went to the store concessions and I loaded up on like the
Oh,
all of the
heck yeah.
food and like the barbecue sandwiches, brought them home and just eating them in my hotel room while watching the Masters, drinking out of my Masters cup. Yeah, it
Nice.
was amazing. It was the
Nice.
best.
Yeah,
All right.
Masters is on the way
It's
and
yeah.
golf season is here. Grab your polo, grab a belt,
Hmm.
tuck your shirt in, depends on where you are, and grab some golf balls,
Hit them
tee
straight.
it up, and hit them straight.
Hit them straight. All right, let's wrap it up right there. We will be back on next week at some point, probably on Tuesday. I think this is a good day for us. Wait, is it
Yeah,
Tuesday or
this
Wednesday? No, it's Wednesday right now. Sometime
When's
next week.
yeah, and yeah, we're recording at night, by the way, which is a whole
Yes.
different vibe, and I
It's late
love
for
it.
Jace too. It's 11 p.m. for him.
Yeah, I'm about to
His
catch
favorite
my
hour.
It's 11 o'clock, baby. It's my favorite hour.
It's almost my favorite hour.
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
be
home
up
by my
until
favorite
2
hour.
o'clock.
God, that's wild. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. All right. We'll be back on next week. Talk some spring football. Talk some Masters, I'm sure. You can check out more of my work at ducksfire.usatoday.com. Follow me at Zachary C. Neel on Twitter. Follow Jay Stu on Twitter at Jonathan Stu R1. For myself, Zach Neel. For my co-host, Jonathan Stewart. We'll talk to you guys next week. Until then, take it easy.